Hey, thanks for starting my Mystic Messages. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I hope everyone is doing amazing today. Before we begin, I just want to remind everyone that this is the only channel that I use. If you happen to find me elsewhere or asking for donations of any kind, please know that's not me, and I ask you to report it, or you can anonymously contact me to let me know so that I can combat this, because I do have individuals who are working together with YouTube to try to prevent my messages from going forward. But that's another story for another day. Today we're going to talk about deception. As I was doing my workout before, I received a very vivid image and a very sharp message. Okay, that again might be twofold. Okay, today we're going to discuss deception. Source wanted me to discuss deception and the chaos created by the deception. It's intentional. Okay, this works hand in hand. It's a coordinated effort. Meaning that you might notice that what's going on, throughout the world, okay? And when truth is about to come forward, those who are guilty try to create deception, okay? They create deception and diversion. They create other problems to cause chaos to get you off of what's really going on, okay? And those of you who know, okay? Not everybody's going to understand this, but those who are spiritually aware will understand what I'm saying, okay? It's happening right now before your eyes, okay? It's kind of like the trickle down theory in the 1980s, the trickle down economics for those who are old enough to remember, where we had to, alleviate the rich from paying taxes because they were going to put that money back into the system, and you can see how that worked out. That was another huge deception, and it all goes hand in hand. When I say trickle down, what I mean is it starts from the top down. Okay, this has allowed individuals to believe. Okay, individuals who are not, government officials, just regular people, to feel that they can get away with things because they learn it from the top down. And this is where the message becomes twofold. Okay. Apparently, if you're receiving this message, and it's very rare because I do have people working to prevent these messages from getting out. But if you did receive this message, most likely you're in a situation involved in deception. Okay. Now, what I'm getting is this might be a family member or a relationship, a romantic relationship of some type. Okay. You know something is not right. Okay. Your intuition is telling you something is wrong. Okay. These people are not being completely honest with you. And every time you try to confront them, they deflect. Not only do they deflect, they create more chaos and confusion to get you off of the matter at hand. Okay. That is the biggest trick that these types of individuals use. Okay. Deception and deflection. They will make you the liar. They will tell you you're crazy. They will gaslight you from top to bottom. It's all you. It's never them. You're imagining it. That's not what they meant. That's not what they said. Meanwhile, you know exactly what they meant and exactly what they said. Okay. The advice that Source is offering today is for us to recognize when this is going on and learn to move away from it if you wish to evolve on your spiritual journey. Okay. Again, all this deception was created to keep people in chaos. Okay. And what does chaos do? Chaos is a negative energy. Okay. Anger is a negative energy. Confusion is a negative energy. Fear is a negative energy. That's what they're feeding off of. Okay. That's what keeps the planetary vibration low. And so every time they realize that the vibration is about to raise because people are becoming more awake, they have to create chaos and deception and fear and confusion. It's all orchestrated. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that they're going to try to make sure that this video gets to no one because this is a very important message coming directly from source for those who need to hear it. Okay, going back to the individual situations that you're in, like I said, this could be a family member, it can be a romantic relationship of some kind, and I'm even getting a work relationship. I'm getting the name John right now that's coming to me, Matthew, Stephen, Cynthia, Samantha, the month of March, the initial J, Raymond, Yeah, that's it for now. Excuse me. As these things come in, I have to divulge them to you so that way, if anyone resonates with those names, that'll be further confirmation that this video is for you. Again, if you're in this deceptive situation, you are not crazy. Your intuition is spot on. Do not allow these people to deceive you any further, okay? Because they're going to drag you down with them, okay? Those deceptors don't realize they're going against the divine plan, okay, for planetary evolution. And they're going to pay a heavy price for that, okay? But since they've gotten away with things for so many years and kept people asleep for so many years, including those in personal relationships, they believe that they can continue to get away with it, okay? But they can only get away with it if people choose to remain asleep. So if you willfully choose to remain asleep, by like not paying attention to this message, and nobody can force you to believe what I'm saying or to pay attention to this message. But that's your choice. But then in the end, when the consequences arrive, you're going to look back and say, wow, I should have paid attention. I should have listened. You know, we're in very dire times right now. Things are getting progressively worse. Okay. And I don't want to be the Debbie Downer here because that's not what I intend to do. I don't want to put fear in you, but maybe people need a little fear placed into them because this is serious. Game time is over. Shit's going down, and it's time to wake up. It's time to shit or get off the pot. If you know you have something you need to be doing, if you have been divinely guided in any way to do something, you need to get out there and start doing it. Period. I mean, there's no more excuses. None. None. We all have to do things that we don't like sometimes, and that includes me. And that's how I feel about delivering this message right now. I'm not happy about bringing dire messages to people. That doesn't make my day. It doesn't make me happy. But when I do get a message, I am I am not only encouraged, but I am pressured to get the message out, okay, in order for me to fulfill my divine mission, okay, and this is exactly what I'm doing. And you all have the strength to do it, okay? If I can do this, you can do this. I tell you that all the time, okay? I know it's scary. I know it's uncertain. I get it. I feel that. I was scared shitless to come out here and do this, but yet here I am, okay? I do keep my face covered for many reasons. When I used to wear the mask, it was to remind people of their mortality and reverence for the spiritual realm. Now I keep my face partially covered because I do have individuals out there that are working against me, unfortunately. Okay, I get informed of this daily by my guides. I know exactly what's happening. I know exactly who's doing it, and those people are going to pay a heavy price. And that includes anybody who's working with YouTube with those individuals. Okay, you too will pay the price. The karma's not just going to hit you; it's going to hit your family members. You know, that's the way it works. That's the way spiritual warfare works, and it's not me placing curses or any kind of nonsense on people. I wouldn't even lower myself to do that. I have a mission to do, and I'm protected in doing so. So anyone who wants to mess with this, take your chances. But I don't recommend it. I've warned people plenty of times. They chose not to listen. They probably laughed in my face. I'm sure they're not laughing now, some of them. Okay? Because, like I said, it's kind of like the mob. They don't always come and hit you first. They start with the things you love, the things closest to you. And unfortunately, sometimes they're innocent people that pay the price for the things that you do. Okay? Just as a lesson to show you who's boss. Okay? Because the ultimate boss is the Most High. You can't mess with that. And people who choose to mess with that are making a grave mistake. Again, you don't have to believe it in order for it to exist. It exists nonetheless. But we all have a choice. We all have free will. We can choose to follow what we're being told and follow a path of correctness, or we can choose the other. So up to us. Like I said, even the devil has a purpose. Even Satan has a purpose. I personally have mentioned it many times. I personally do not walk with Satan, but I respect Satan for who he is. He has a job to do. Okay? Everything was devised for a reason. Okay? I also know that I don't try to antagonize Satan in any way. It's not my job to do that. That's in the spiritual realm. Okay? And that's why I never encourage people, especially if they're feeling haunted in any way or there's any kind of spiritual activity. Don't start involving yourself in trying to, fight with the spirit. Just ask them to please leave. That's your best bet, you know. And if it's more difficult, seek a professional that can deal with that for you. But I would never suggest you handling it in a way where you antagonize a spirit or try to exorcise someone, because you know what? You're not going to win, and it doesn't work. It's not like TV. Okay, a lot of people think that possession and darkness is like what they see in The Exorcist. It's nothing like that. It's very covert. It's very covert. Okay, and it comes through actions in people who have lost their way. Again, getting back to not to get off on a tangent, but to get back to the subject at hand, which is deception. It's all part of the plan. Okay, like a mafioso, you know, evil people come with. I don't even want to say evil. I want to say dark energy people come with a smile on their face. They'll pretend to be your friend. They'll smile in your face. They'll get you to do their bidding, all the while pretending that they're your friend and they would help you. Meanwhile, they're dragging you down with them. There's a lot of individuals out there who do it. And if you're not spiritually aware, you can get dragged into it very easily. And you will receive the karma. There's no excuse. I made a video, I think it was a few weeks earlier, about ignorance is no excuse to the law, spiritual or otherwise. No excuse. And now if you've heard this message, you've been told. Okay. You can make up for the things that you already did, and it's better to pay a little bit of karma instead of getting the whole thing when the shit starts falling down on top of you. Bottom line, you can move forward, you can learn, you can educate yourself, you can raise your vibration, or you can choose to stay in a lower vibrational state. It's all up to us. It's all what we do. Excuse me. Confirmation. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. I hope the individuals who need to receive this message will receive it. I thank my real subscribers out here, the cross watchers. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe you'll learn something from this. Maybe you'll change your ways. Maybe not. It's not up to me. Can't force it on you. But it's my hope that everybody does find their way. Even those that wish me harm. I wish for you to find your way. And I'm not going to lower my vibration to your level. Just won't do it. And you can't get me there. Okay, that being said, I want to thank everyone again for being here and wish you well. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.